You're a monster!
Hey everybody, I really apologize about the time delay between the last video and this video. Sometimes between life and, just laziness, things take a while to get done. But we really hope you enjoy this new video. And as always, we really appreciate y'all watching. And if you'd like to give us a like or a thumbs up or subscribe, that'd be great. If not, that's okay too. See you in the next one. Welcome back everybody to my work on this old XJ. This is kind of where we are too on the floor. Got the entire floor taken out of it. I've been working real hard on getting the new floor kind of cut and put together to fit right. You can see right over here that in my beating and banging I found a little bit more thin metal. We're going to have to cut this out, put a patch in there as well. Let me show you what the new piece of floorboard is going to look like. You can kind of see where I've cut and beat and drilled. And got this piece of floorboard fitting really nicely down here. I've got a few gaps and things that I'm going to have to get together and make work. But for my first time doing this, I think it's looking pretty good. Probably going to go ahead and cut this out before I get this tacked in. That way I'll have this out of the way. I won't have to worry about it. And once I get this all tacked in and right, then I'll work on this hole here.
All your friends are gonna notice. You make it look easy. Go on and do what you do. All of this looks like gold. What you touch turns to gold. Pop, are you seeing clear? Are you seeing clear? Pop, pop, all the colors here, all the colors here. Are you seeing clear? Are you seeing clear? Pop, pop. All the colors here, all the colors here. Now let me show you something that'll blow your mind. Now let me show you something that'll blow your mind. Now let me show you something that'll blow your mind. Now let me show you something that'll blow your mind. I like where this is going. Turning heads. I like where this is going.
Alright y'all, I think we're just about ready to weld. We're going to be welding outdoors. So I've got a dampened piece of cardboard underneath the vehicle. I've also got, covering the wires, this piece of heat shielding that's been dampened also. And just in case, I've got a bottle of water in a squirt bottle, just in case. So I am being just as careful as I can be. I've done some practice welds with my YESWELDER, but this will be the first time that I've actually used the YESWELDER in an actual application. We're going to weld along all the seams, and also you see the holes that I've drilled, those are all spot weld holes. I'll do my best to make a good connection with all those spot welds. I have used tech screws to keep it in place while I'm doing all this. Once I get it welded in enough, we'll take the tech screws out and weld up those holes as spot welds. I'm going to be using welding techniques today that I learned from watching another YouTuber's videos called Bondo Billy. If you see me doing something wrong, or if you think that I'm not doing it very well, don't blame him, because I just watched his videos and I'm trying to do the best I can. So bear with me. Alright, here we go. See if we can get this started. I won't bore y'all with the rest of this. I'll just get it welded and bring you back and show you what the result is.
2,000 years later.
Burning the midnight oil. Alright folks, Thanksgiving and holidays and some work stuff got me kind of held up, but I'm out here tonight filming in the rain to show you the floor pan I got put in. Got it completely put in with the new floor pan, the new seat bracket, everything. It's not pretty, but it's in. I even had to modify this seat bracket by cutting it and lengthening it. The one they sent was way too short. I thought it was just because I'd replaced the floor pan on one side, but then I bolted the seat back in exactly where it was before, and it was short on both sides. It should have at least lined up on the driver's side here where I didn't modify anything. If anything, it should have only been short over here on the tub side where I had to do some beating and hammering. But anyhow, this is where we're at right now. Tonight I'll throw some Osfo rust converter on it, and then we'll come back and prime it and seam seal it. Alright people, as you can see, dash is out. Getting onto the heater core finally. Still hadn't finished all the floor stuff, but I figured I needed to do this heater core before I finished the floor. I didn't show the process of taking this whole dash out. There's tons of YouTube videos on it, so you can kind of see that for yourself if you want to go search those videos. I will tell you one thing that I haven't seen on any of the videos. This one bolt right here in the driver's side corner behind the VIN number is a pain to get out. Had to finally find a crow's foot with an extension and get it out like that. I could not get anything else on it. The problem is this VIN number is right in the way, and you cannot move it or break it because it's the VIN number. If you break that off, it's illegal. So if any of y'all are thinking about tackling this job, taking this dash out, you'll have to find you something special just for that bolt. And here is the whole reason this thing started. This heater box right here. You have to split this thing in half, take all the clips out, take the heater core, and since I'm here, I'm going ahead and taking the air conditioner core out of it too, replacing them both with brand new. So y'all just have to take it apart, be careful putting it back together. I'll show you when I get it apart. Alright, here we are folks, two halves of a hole. If you ever wanted to know what was inside your heater box in your Jeep XJ, here you go. When you pull the top half off, the heater core comes with it. Bottom half keeps the AC core. So let me get some new stuff in this. We'll get her going back together and we'll see where we go. Alright, so a little bit later, got both my new parts in my halves. I just took the factory foam and put it on the new part here. The heater core there, it came with foam already on it. This did not, so I just replaced the factory foam onto this new part here. Doesn't really stick very well to the new part, but I think once I get the top on it, it'll push it down and keep it where it needs to be. Now, I don't know if this is going to work, but this is what I always call fixing factory problems. This ring here used to be one piece, one big ring that comes up and over. I've done this job one other time, and this thing gave me a problem. I kept having it hang up, it wouldn't line up, it wouldn't go back together. So I chopped it in half and I glued it in so that when I put the pieces back together, it'll just be there. Also, this little flap here never wants to realign, ever. So what I did was I put a little bolt with some grease in the top of it to stick way up high, and where it goes through the box on this side, I drilled a hole so that as this goes down, that bolt has to come up through that hole and it has to line up. So hopefully this will help me out while I'm doing this. We'll see. Well, she's all back together, and my idea of drilling a hole and putting a little dowel seems to have saved me a lot of headache. I've already taken the actuator off the bottom of that door and it moves fine. It's in place. I only had to put this thing together one time, so maybe that's something that someone else can use. I'm gonna clean that hole up and put a little piece of tape over it and call it good. Well, here's my finished product on the floorboard on the driver's side. I welded in the new pan, seam sealed it, and put down some sound mat, because when you're not a great fabricator, at least you can be a good decorator. Well, here she is, folks. Got warm heat and a solid floorboard. Thanks for watching.